have two kids. I have two boys. They are 6 and 11. And yes, the 11-year-old is going to take PSLE next year. So a lot of stress for me, not for him. So how I manage things is that when I started the program, I knew that there's going to be a lot for me to take. So as Kosuke mentioned, because of the flexibility of the program, I could tailor it to how I want it. So I knew I had to take things slow in the beginning. So in the first semester, usually for part-time students, you have to take 2 finance courses. But for me, I thought, because I don't have finance background, I'm an engineer, so that might be a bit too heavy for me. So I just took one of the finance course. So I started with 2 courses. And I slowly increased the number of courses as I go along. And I've mentioned I took one of the GNM online. Then the second semester, I took that online course as well as 2 of the physical classes. And then I took 1 course each in the special semester. And right now, I'm taking 4 courses. So kind of balance that, and I slowly increase it to a level where I'm comfortable with. And with my kids, I spoke to them, I set their expectations, I told them that I'll be busy with my causes, and I told them they need to be more independent. So I do inculcate good habits in them. So I actually, prior to the MBA, I teach them every day. So I had to make adjustments so that on the days that I have classes, I might teach them before my class, or on the weekend, and I have to make up for the time that was lost, or I have to get my mom to help me to go through their work. So I think just having all these good habits and routines, and because they're much bigger, so they also understand. And I think it's good. It has been working out because they are also more independent now. And yeah, they're still doing well in school, thankfully. And I think yeah, it takes like a village, I guess. Like everyone's chipping in to help out. And I think over time you kind of you're able to manage that as you yourself know what you can take and what you can't take. So just understanding that, I think. So I try to study every day, at least 1 hour a day, so that I don't lag behind. Because sometimes the weekends are taken out by my kids. So I try to pace it out. I would say like each course you need to spend at least 2 to 3 hours on top of the 3 hours classes weekly. I think it's very doable as long as you plan your time properly. And after the kids go to sleep, I'm still studying. I'm still doing my assignments, and sometimes we have our meetings late into the night. I think everyone they just get used to it after some time. Initially, it can get a bit overwhelming. I'm now taking a course with the year ones, and they're saying, "Oh, it's so difficult." There's just so much to do. But I think there's just the learning curve. Once you get over that, you get used to the routines. Because the case studies can be quite long and quite difficult to read if you're not used to it. And I wasn't used to it because I'm more used to reading like the journal articles, the science fiction articles. So reading case studies was very difficult. I had to go through it a few times initially, but now I can like speed read already. I think, yeah, it's just a lot of getting used to it, and slowly you would be able to handle it. Yeah. Yeah, I think like they have to keep an open mind. Like for me, I'm very much an introvert. So the first week of the launch or transformation was very difficult for me. It's a lot of interaction with others, and you have to get out of your comfort zone a lot, to speak up a lot in class, and just a lot of interaction. So by that 1 week, I was just mentally drained, but it was good because it prepares you for what is to come in class, and you have to speak up. Yeah, so I think having the right mindset as you go in is very important. And also you will meet people from different backgrounds, different nationalities. In my workplace, I do my colleagues are from like Europe, from China, from India, so I'm quite exposed to like international colleagues, but then they are mostly from the scientific background, the medical background. So but when you in the business school, you're exposed to like, people from marketing, from sales, you even have like lawyers, doctors, you have all like people from like varied backgrounds. So, and it can be maybe initially might be a bit difficult to work with people because you're just not used to it. But once you realize that this is a safe environment, that everyone's here to support each other. We are all here to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. Everyone just very open to learn, to helping each other out. Yeah, it gets a lot easier. Yeah, so it's just important to always keep an open mind and be willing to learn and be willing to help others. Yeah, I did not have that much of finance background. I think finance was a bit of a shock to me. So I think maybe just reading up a little bit more about finance, management, about accounting, I think could help. But I mean, the courses itself are they also start from the basic, but the speed is actually quite fast. So if you're not used to that, some background study might be helpful. But if not, then you have to be willing to put in effort during the semester itself. And bear in mind, if you're working, you have family, you have everything going on, it can be a bit taxing.